Now, being around at that time, you know, Lil JoJo came out with the BDK song. Were you around when that happened?
Yep. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What was that like?
That shit was crazy. The biggest shit I ever seen. I ain't gonna lie, Shorty was a real, I'm Big Duke out of Baby Gang chief, but JoJo was a real gang chief for real, bro. You wouldn't even believe it. This little ass really was like a chief, boy. He come on the block, boy. They got the snipers on the roof when he walking down the street, bro. You hear me? They got on the roof with choppers and shit. Bro, that was definitely a real chief out here. I seen him get wild in person, personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seen Shorty get wild. Shorty was like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did you all used to hang on his block too, or like how well did you guys know each other?
Yeah, I lived, well, it's JoJo World now. I lived in JoJo World before. I done lived somewhere everywhere in Iraq. Everywhere. I stayed in JoJo World for a little while. Around 75th and Stewart, shit like that.
Okay. You got any stories that you could talk about with JoJo?
I seen bro get active shit. Motherfucker playing crazy. He done up pipe and get the blowing. I done see him blow that bitch before on bro.
Were you surprised that somebody like that young and that small was that wild?
He was just like that though. I ain't gonna lie, like Shorty was just like that. Like Shorty was insane. You hear me? He was with all that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just how he was. You see this little, the biggest gun on him, no doubt. Real talk, and he's gonna use that. I'm telling you that personally. He gonna use that.
I think that's what Duck said in Chicago Legends.
My daughter, this facts. Shorty gonna use that. I seen him dump them down. They got gone. No doubt.
Did you see the violence go up when the BDK anthem dropped?
Oh yeah, that bitch was busting. I ain't gonna lie, back then it was busting. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was busting back then. Shorty and them had BDK Fridays, all type of shit. Boy, that shit was crazy. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the biggest movements I've ever seen, bro. Ever. Real talk. That's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest movement I've ever seen. Bro, that shit changed Chicago.
Now, you know, at one point, you know, JoJo, he ends up getting killed. You know, I mean, I don't know. They say he was riding his bike. I've heard people deny he was riding his bike, but, you know, he passed away, man. You know, what was that like? You know, what do you remember about Chicago during that time?
Was the whole city was fucked up. You know, I know y'all see what y'all see and people that's out there and they be probably dissing whatever, but people was fucked up behind that boy. You know what I'm saying? They was. And they ain't even have to be a part of the gang shit. They just fucked up behind that. You know what I'm saying? Because he represented a certain side of people, you know what I'm saying? So even if you wasn't banging, it was just like he coming from where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Like you able to see this person. He out here, you know what I'm saying? And he making it. And then he died. That shit kind of killed Chicago a little bit.
I interviewed Tay Capone, and he was telling me that Lil JoJo was like the Chief Keef for the STL side, 63rd side.
It really ruffled a lot of feathers because it made the streets hot. Like I remember, like we was winning. We was still winning when he came out, but it was like they didn't have a real voice. You know what I'm saying? When he came out, he was like they Chief Keef. He had everybody that was GD. He had them they was loud and proud when he came out, and it made the streets go up. Like
for the Brick Squad side, yeah, for the gangsters basically.
Right, for the GDs, yeah,
for sure. He the originator. Bro, if that man was alive right now, that man probably be bigger than Chief Keef. Real talk.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.